everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. For those of y'all who know me, you know I'm obsessed with microwave popcorn. Like, I mean, it's a little bit of a problem. I've wanted to do a popcorn soap for years, and I've had one designed and sitting in my design book forever, and I just never got around to doing it. I don't know why, like something, I think it might have been the fragrance oil that was like, I just didn't want to take that leap because what if that fragrance is actually really nasty in soap? But then as I was scrolling through either my Instagram or my Facebook feed, I saw that somebody had made one, and I reached out to her and was like, girl, this soap is awesome. I love it. Her name is Tiffany from Made by Magic Creations, and she actually sent me a bar of the soap, and it was great, and the fragrance oil was amazing. So inspired by her, I was like, you know what, I can go ahead and I'll do it. I'll take the plunge. I've smelled her soap. I know it's good. So I'm gonna leave Tiffany's Instagram links down below, and also her Etsy shop, because I'm reading here, it says on July 25th, she'll be having a Christmas and July sale, 25% off, you guys. Go clean her out. This video takes a little bit of a strange, like, trail down this weird emotional road for me. I don't know why popcorn does this to me. Like, there's other things throughout my life and my childhood that have been, like, impactful, but for some reason on camera, I don't know if I was just, like, hormonal that day or what, but I get a little strange. I'm just forewarning. So without further ado, let's get soap making. I feel like my entire career has led up to this moment. We will begin, of course, by pouring the cooled lye water solution into the oils. The lye water solution has been sitting overnight, so it is at room temperature, which for me is about 76 degrees. Fahrenheit, I should clarify. Now I'm going to use my stick blender on the lowest setting at this one here, and we are going to mix up this solution until it is completely emulsified. I'm now gonna pour off my two accent colors. I'm going to do a really buttery yellow and also sort of a caramel color. For the yellow, I'm using some True Yellow from TKB Trading. You could also use Sunshine Yellow from Nurture Soap. And then for the gold mica, I am using some 24 karat gold and also just a teeny bit of Aztec gold to bring it to a copper color. And then also some titanium dioxide mixed with water. And now we're going to blendy. And now that everything is blended, we get to add the fragrance oil, buttered popcorn from Nature's Garden. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Like, I thought at first this might be kind of nasty because buttered popcorn doesn't really smell like something that would smell good, but it leans so close to like the caramel popcorn and just basically just kind of smells like caramel butter. It's really good. And now that everything is good and incorporated, it's time to start pouring. Yay! I have new brambleberry molds for today's video. What a way to break them in. And as you can see, I've actually taped the sides this time because while the Crisco method really does work, it does end up like kind of looking grimy as time goes on, which for off-camera projects is totally fine. But since I'm doing these on camera, these are going to be my my filming molds, and we're not going to line them with Crisco. I'm just going to tape them. Let's start by pouring in the white, and this fragrance oil, really like behaving fragrance oil. It didn't seize on me. My soap mixture here is still nice and fluid. Are you kidding me? I've already dripped. Ugh, what a tragedy. Now I'm gonna go in with the copper sort of orangey caramel color. Gonna put in a very thin stripe of that. Come back, put sort of a thin stripe on this one as well. I want it to look like, I don't know, like butter has been glugged into the soap. Oh my gosh, it just smells so good. I'm gonna put a little down the middle too for the yellow. Come around on the next side, coming back in with the white, kind of swirling it. I'm pouring a good bit in. I could have poured off this white into a bucket with a smaller, like, I guess pouring area, but I decided to kind of leave it sort of chunky. Gonna scrapey my big container. Now I'm gonna pour in the last of the colors. I am gonna shimmy this down just a little bit. Every time I say that while I'm shimmying stuff, I'm always afraid that my voice is gonna be like, oh. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit, put it off to the side, and I'm gonna mix up my soap frosting. My soap frosting is all ready to go. I'm using yellow soap frosting today. I think I've only ever done that like one other time, and it's still a little bit runny, but I have a lot of embeds to put in this soap, so I thought I'd probably try to stick with a little bit looser frosting today. I am so dedicated to not getting this soap frosting on these new wooden molds. You have no idea. So let's talk about popcorn. That's basically why we're all here. I think my love of popcorn probably started when I was 7 or 8. My parents used to have people over on Sunday nights, and my dad always made like 4 bags of popcorn, and there was this huge bowl that he put them all in. And he also really likes popcorn, like really likes it. And so I had like 10 minutes to eat as much popcorn as I wanted until all the adults came over. Then I had to skedaddle out of there so they could talk about adult things, but in that small amount of time, I ate as much popcorn as I could possibly shove in my mouth. And it's like a recurring theme for me, like family get-togethers and movie nights, and anytime like we just sat as a family and played board games, like popcorn is always there. So I think it just envelops a sense of, I don't know, like safety, happiness. It's a food, it's so weird, but surely I'm not the only one that has like a food like that. Like every time they think of it, it just gives them all the warm and fuzzy feelings, makes them feel secure, makes them feel like life is good. And also, I should mention, when I say popcorn, I mean microwaved in a bag popcorn. I do not mean that healthy stuff that moms make when they're like, that popcorn is full of chemicals. Have this stuff we made on the stove with coconut oil. I'm not talking about kettle corn. I'm not talking about candy-coated popcorn balls. No, microwave popcorn in a bag. And I was talking about this with my brothers the other day, and I was like, y'all don't understand what I would pick popcorn over ice cream. Like, it's like, I'd pick it over pretty much any dessert. Like, you can have a bag of popcorn or you can have cake, and I'd be like, popcorn please all the time. I do have limits, but like, I would basically pick it over anything. And I do limit myself with consumption here. I'm not saying that I eat like 4 bags a day or something like that. I'm just saying that I'm probably minorly obsessed with it, if not, you know, majorly. Teeny tiny bit of extra piping, so I went and dolloped that on top, and now it's time to put the embeds in. Pardon me, I'm gonna take a quick break and have a little popcorn snack here. Just kidding, of course. These are embeds. Can you believe this? Look at that. It's so realistic. I got the mold from vanulay.com. I will leave you guys a link below if you need a popcorn mold. I'm gonna start in the middle just because those are a little easier. And these do have flat backs, so I have to press them in a little bit to kind of hide the fact that, you know, they're not symmetrical all the way around because of the mold that they were in. Is it weird that I'm slightly emotional about this? Like, I'm a little emotional. I know there are people out there that are also nostalgic about things like fragrances. I know there used to be a few fragrances that I get nostalgic about. I mean, obviously, everybody's nostalgic about certain ones that are related to times of year, like fall and winter and seasonal scents. I think that's kind of just built into us as humans. But there are some people that like will smell a perfume and they'll remind them of their, you know, their aunt or their uncle or something like that, and it'll make them feel very emotional about it. Well, I just have that with food. I feel like this video has taken such a weird, serious turn. It's literally about popcorn. as y'all can probably tell, I don't ever have a script for my videos. I just talk about what I'm kind of feeling that day, what I'm thinking about. I'm sure my videos would be like higher quality if I did have a script of some sort, but that's just not my style. I just like winging it. If there's one thing I've learned about YouTube, it's you need to be yourself because everybody else is taken. I'm so grateful you guys decided to join me today. I have so many July videos that are going to be released, and I hope you guys like every single one of them. I take a lot of time to create my designs. In fact, I have an entire day every single month just dedicated to design work, and if I'm not feeling it that way, then I reschedule it for another day that I can really get my groove on. And I do have a huge book of designs where I just put all of my pieces of paper. I do draw them all out on pieces of paper. I've talked about this a few times in past videos, but people still ask me about it. Yes, I have a huge design book. I like to think of myself as a fancy fashion designer. Even today, 24 is what I'm gonna be. So even today at 23, sometimes I still imagine myself as like a fancy fashion designer with my big book, and I flip through it and I'm like, oh yes, this design is what I'll do today. The imagination is still very active. I fancy myself in lots of different situations, and I'm like, ooh, wouldn't it be fun if I was a princess? I had lots of people that told me that I would outgrow it, and I think that the only person who was like, I don't know, was my mom. When I was about 18, she was like, I don't know if this is a phase. I think this might just be how she is. All the same, I'm really happy with who I am. It took me a really long time to accept all my weird little quirkiness and stuff, but I'm happy to say that at 23 with a husband and a baby, I'm very satisfied with Katie Carson today. What does popcorn even do to me? It makes me into this really like sappy person. So there's all the little popcorn embeds on top. Now I can't let this go, even though this looks amazing. I can't let it go without a buttery drizzle on top. So let me mix up my little melt and pour drizzle and I'll be back. Before I mixed in the holographic gold glitter into this because I can't stop with the glitter, I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. Everything's mixed up, so I'm just gonna add this on top. Gonna put a little all over everything. Getting some on the little popcorn pieces. And I tried to make this drizzle a little bit fluorescent because if you've ever put the popcorn butter on at a movie theater, that stuff isn't right. Like, that is not even natural. It's always like this weird neon color. Last little squirt here. And that is it. We're done. You guys, oh my gosh, these are so cute. I am so excited. I'm gonna let these suckers sit in the mold for 18 to 24 hours, and then we will come back and chop them up and take a look at the inside after this quick commercial break. We are back the next day to cut the buttered popcorn soap, and actually I think I'm gonna be able to cut this with Evangeline today because the popcorn pieces are small enough that I don't think the wires are gonna get them. So I'm just gonna start by pressing down gently in the middle bar here. Yay, everything looks good, nothing got smashed. Then I'll pull out this big one from the middle, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Here's the top, up close and personal. And then here's the inside. That white stayed really, really white, and then the colors on the inside are super defined. The question of the day has to be popcorn related. So, if you could choose only one, you have 3 options this time. Would you choose caramel popcorn, cheese popcorn, or buttered popcorn? To vote on the question of the day, you can click the I in the upper right hand corner of the screen. And I'm honestly shocked by how good this smells. Again, it's like really heavy on the butter, and it does sort of smell like I'm getting some caramel popcorn vibes from it, which honestly I'm not upset about, because even though I love the smell of microwave popcorn in a soap, that's a little weird. Look at how thin and intricate the lines are on this. Dang. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment down below. Also be sure to follow Tiffany on Instagram, Made by Magic Creations. Go shop her sale. Her stuff is just adorable. We have 2 more really fun high top soaps coming up tomorrow and the day after that, so be sure to tune in. And until then, I hope you have an absolutely royal day. Do something for yourself today. I'm gonna do a little something for myself today. And bye for now.